Let's jump over and dig into the international perspective on all of this. You're looking at CBS News foreign correspondent Ramy Inocencio. So, Ramy, you're there outside British Parliament. We just heard that professor say this could push other countries away from the U.S. What has the reaction been where you are?
Hey, Errol. Yes, good morning. Well, UK stocks here are falling right now, along with stocks around the world. But there is perhaps some relief here from political and business leaders because the U.S.'s new tariff on specifically UK exports is just 10%. And I say just because we now know that it could have been far, far worse. About 70 other countries have been hit with higher rates. China's now, we know, at 34%. The EU at 20%, Vietnam's 46%, those three having the biggest budget deficits with the U.S. So the UK is relatively spared, again, relatively here. But Prime Minister Keir Starmer just this morning not letting this rest, saying in his first reaction that there will be an economic impact and his government will keep cool and carry on. Take a listen.
Nobody wins in a trade war. That is not in our national interest. We have a fair and balanced trade relationship with the US, negotiations on an economic prosperity deal, one that strengthens our existing trading relationship. They continue, and we will fight for the best deal for Britain.
So basically, Starmer is still going to strive for that carve-out for better terms with Washington. He was speaking there with business leaders at 10 Downing Street nearby, including the heads of AstraZeneca, BAE Aerospace, and Jaguar Land Rover. And the optics here, I want to point out, are notable because those companies, they represent some of the top export sectors to the United States. Pharma, defense, and automobiles easily right there in that room, $25 billion in value last year for those heads. But for now, it appears that there will be no knee-jerk reaction out of London. It's believed that if there's retaliation, then Trump might even double down, triple down even more. And Starmer says that the decisions will be made in the coming days and in the coming weeks, Errol.
And I think what's challenging, Ramy, is it will take time for people to really realize the direct impact on their pocketbooks. So what has the reaction been in other EU bloc nations, or what I should say is EU bloc nations outside of the UK?
Sure, absolutely. Well, EU leaders appear to be trying it both ways, positioning themselves for retaliation, but at the same time hoping for negotiation. Again, similar to, if you retaliate, what will Trump do? Will he double, triple down? French President Emmanuel Macron called an emergency meeting with business leaders there. German Chancellor Olaf Scholz, still outgoing, said it was an attack on a system that America, he said, itself helped achieve post-World War II. Italian Premier Giorgia Meloni, who was the only EU leader to attend Trump's inauguration, a friend, said his tariffs were wrong, a quote there. And European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen, speaking for the EU writ large, warned about chaos. Here she is.
All businesses, big and small, will suffer from day one. From greater uncertainty to the disruption of supply chains to burdensome bureaucracy, the costs of doing business with the United States will drastically increase. And what is more, there seems to be no order in the disorder, no clear path through the complexity and chaos that is being created as all U.S. trading partners are hit.
And bringing it home to something everyone can understand, she said that millions of citizens will face higher grocery bills, medication will cost more, and transportation will also rise. Inflation, she says, will go up. And a reminder to everyone, that is not what Trump was elected to do.
All right, Ramy Inocencio in London, where it's just past noon. Ramy, thank you.